Hello, welcome to episode 3 of our Timberborn Update 4 hard mode playthrough with the Iron Teeth. Last time, we expanded our food production quite substantially and built up some more stuff like, storage, because we didn't have any of that in the first one. That was kind of a problem for us. And now we have a problem at the beginning of our drought here in cycle 7 where we really don't have enough water. It says we have 306, but yeah, that's not enough. We need to go a whole lot more. And that's what we're going to focus on today. Our beavers are exhausted because I did have them pull an all-nighter or two to get ready for this drought. But we have 11 days left. We should have enough water to sustain us through the rest of it. But you know how these things go. We got a lot of work to do, so we'll go ahead and jump right on into it. Firstly, these oak trees that have just grown up are not currently marked for cutting, so we're going to do that. I think that got all of them. Yeah. Yeah, we'll take care of that. Get rid of this that's not actually, trees. Because we don't need to be wasting time cutting stuff that's not there. So that gives us a whole lot more wood. We don't have a lot of storage for it, which we're going to fix in a little bit here. We can actually do that now. We put in a couple of these large industrial piles. Go ahead and pre-mark this one for logs, and that one also for logs. This one for planks, because right now we have this small warehouse for gears. And we have a couple tiny storages up here for logs that we can take out and turn into something else. We don't need to have those taking up valuable space. So that'll be a big upgrade. This guy waking up in the middle of the night because he's hungry, thirsty, huh? Alright, get yourself some water. You just disappear. Alright, there you go. Get yourself some food. Get a snack, and you can go back to bed. Boo-noo. Oh, are you homeless? You shouldn't be. Or you just woke up early, huh? Where are you going, dude? Oh, now you're gonna go back in. No? Okay. Well, now I'm curious, because you work at the Lumberjack Flag. So now are you gonna head on over to work? You woke up nice and early, huh? That could never be me. I am a terrible morning person. Yeah, he works here, so I guess he's going to get right to work chopping down some of these trees. Oh, that was cool. I've not ever followed beavers around like that too much. Anyway, so they're going to get to work on these. We probably also need to get a hauling post put in, but we don't really have very many beavers. We need to build some more. Build some more beavers like you build beavers. Yeah, we're going to put some more of these breeding pods in place. We could probably be fine putting another 2 of these in. Because we need the extra beavers. I don't think it's going to be too big of an ask. Especially while our well-being numbers are low enough. Having 4 of these is not going to immediately cause us to go into some sort of beaver overload. Now, each of these theoretically can support around 10 under most circumstances. And we only have 2, so that explains why we're hovering right around 20. Obviously, as you have your higher well-being numbers later into the game, it can support a whole lot more than 10 beavers, because the beavers live longer before they die. So we'll just keep that in mind. Stuff seems to be doing well right now. I am going to go ahead and pause 2 of these pumps, because we, 1, need more beaver power for building things, and 2, we have 300 stored, and I don't want this to dry out prematurely, so I'm actually going to pause 3 of them. Try to slow that down as much as I can. There's a number of things that I want to build this episode, mostly focused on water. We have this whole area down here that is just begging to be flooded. So we can actually just keep on building down this way. Remember, there's no more district limits. Also, this is pretty close anyway. But we'll go ahead and start getting involved with stuff over here. I think the best thing to do is going to be just put a staircase down right there. And then give ourselves a lumberjack flag so they can take care of all of these oak trees. Because this whole thing is going to be flooded, so we would definitely want to cut these all out. These are all just dead blueberry bushes, so that's not a big deal. No big loss, but we'll get that taken care of as soon as they finish building all of this stuff. So I think we don't really have the extra workers but I'm going to hire 4 anyway, because we can kind of manipulate who's working where, considering yes, we don't currently need the oil press to be super occupied, because, well, we have plenty of food. We're looking all right. I don't really have any complaints there. So I think, is that going to give us 4? It sure is. All right, so that's going to work nicely there. Now, we could come over here, go all the way down here, and then block off this little exit. It probably would be the smart move, honestly. So I'm going to actually... But I think too high is not going to be quite enough. It really should be this whole thing here. Just like so. We can always add to this. But I miss my ladders. I know apparently the ladders mod has gotten an update to where it will work now. But I don't think we can really get back into mods without having a whole bunch of other stuff in place. Which I don't think stuff's ready for yet, so I'm content to just kind of leave this as it will right now. And later on, when mods come back onto the scene in full force, then we might change this one over to be a modded playthrough. But for right now, I think we're going to be just fine how things are. So the reason I wanted to dam that up is because we have the opportunity to really create a lot of water storage right around here if we dam strategically. And also this part in the middle too. The main outlets of this are going to be, well, right now this is the most concerning one, coming all the way down here. So if I had my rathers, I would probably want to close up this tiny little spot right here. It's just going to take a very long time for beavers to get down here to actually take care of all this. So I'm not entirely sure that's going to happen today. I mean, it could, since we don't have any district limits in terms of path length. It's just going to be a very long and arduous process to get down here. But once we dam this up, then the water is going to actually only be able to flow out over here or over here. But in order for it to get up there, it's going to have to be substantially higher than I think we really are concerned about. So we'll just put a dam here and a dam here, and then eventually, as this comes back in the next temperate cycle, we'll be able to have most of this fill up, and we'll see where the water is going to go. Yeah, I'm not going to spend time worrying about stuff over here just quite yet. These guys sure are going to take their sweet time doing all this. Let me assure you of that. So we'll go ahead and get on our turbo speed here. Make sure we check in on our water dumps. They're looking good. Looking good here. So we really theoretically could pump most of this out and still be okay. I'm just not terribly interested in causing a climate catastrophe for all of our crops. So that would be rather inconvenient to deal with. Alright, so this guy needs to have a prioritized worker. We just really need more beavers, man. But now we have these two and these two. These are actually identical time, which I guess makes sense because we did put them in at the same time. We're going to have a little surge of beavers here in a little bit. Where this one along is only about, I guess it's about 70%, maybe 75%. We just need more beavers. I got too much to do, not enough beavers to do it. But now that this staircase is here, we can actually start to have a little bit of a path cut. So I'm actually going to incentivize them to cut the trees we actually need to be cut. And then once those are done, we'll add the rest in. But if we cut this, we can put a dam up here, and then once that's done, they'll come over here, and then we'll be in really, really good shape. Because again, for this to actually escape, that has to be overflowing the top of this, this is too high, this is kind of up to 1, this goes down to 1. So yeah, this whole thing will actually be flooded about halfway up here. Maybe a little bit up this levee before it ever has to be able to escape to go out the other side of the map. So that should be okay. Now, I did see some comments saying, hey, you forgot to put a piece of path in here. Yes, that was on purpose because we have limited beaver resources. And I know as soon as I connect this, they're going to want to build these stairs and then get over here to the metal, which we can't do anything with anyway because we don't have the science points to unlock the scavenger flag. But once we have some more beavers, maybe a little bit later on today's episode, we're going to go ahead and hook that up. And then I don't think I'll come all the way through this canyon to dam up here. I might just put a couple right here, and that should prevent anything from escaping. And then we just have to worry about this spot over here. And we also have this whole lake right here that I think just has the one set of source blocks. Yeah, these three right here. So eventually when we get closer over here, we can take advantage of all of this space. But for right now, I don't think that's going to be a problem. I actually wonder if this will naturally just fill up and start spilling out into this bottom here, because I think over the past couple cycles it's just been slowly filling up. There's underground ruins after the bottom of this, so maybe something we want to look into eventually. I actually didn't notice this when I first loaded up the map, so that's cool that that's there. Yeah, there's another one over here, and then I don't think there's another one on the map unless I just missed it. Okay, no, that's all these things. Okay. Well, that's fine. There isn't one here, unfortunately. Alright, so this is almost ready to go. Why can't I put one here? Okay, there's still logs there. That's fine. They're going to come grab all that. But hey, they're building our stairs here. That's exciting. I don't think they're going to be able to get all the way down here until I hook the paths up, but you know how this goes. They got plenty of work to do. And we do have 3 little kits. Should have been this one, yeah. These 2 should go off in another day or so. That'll be nice because then we'll have 2 additional little beaver babies. We just have such a huge lack of available labor right now. It's kind of constricting what we're able to do. Somehow this water wheel is just rotating away. All sorts of fun. Yeah, this is about to be drained of water entirely, which of course is why we built these 2 down here. As long as our mangrove trees don't die, then I think we're going to be in okay shape. Another thing we could very easily do is put up levees along the outside here to retain a little bit more water since we can't plant anything down here. So I'm actually going to go ahead and add that right now to our set of stuff here. Oh, of course they're going to build that first because it's closer. That's okay. We can still use this as soon as the temperate cycle comes back. Okay, so now this guy's complaining he has nothing else to cut, so we will fix that problem by doing that. Connect it up with a pathway. So now... Oh, I missed one. Is there... Why didn't it let me put... Okay, there it goes. So now this is all connected very far away. It's going to tell me I'm too far away when I actually have this built. But it's not going to stop me. It'll just yell at me. That's a very nice welcome change for sure. Good news is now we have a nice amount of logs, but because we deprioritized our forester, nobody's planting them. So we're going to have to steal, unfortunately. And that's another reason why I paused some of these pumps, is because, well, we need the other beavers more. We're going to go down to 1 at the lumber mill. Probably should have been that way. Anyway, farmhouses are already kind of like that, huh? For right now, I think that's going to have to be how it is. Alright, so we're looking a little better. Starting to very slowly increase our population of beavers here. Hey, are we actually getting somewhere? Yeah, they got these 2. And... okay, now they have to build the stairs. But they don't have planks. Alright, well, it happens. It's just the way it goes. Now we wait, and wait, and wait, because that's what you have to do when you have a very small amount of beavers and a lot of work to get done. But hey, we're not going to run out of food, and we're not going to run out of water. Even though we haven't really hardly pumped any. We still have 160 left, which for 4 days, 20 beavers, isn't technically enough, but it's pretty close. As long as our mangrove trees don't go dry, which they shouldn't, everything will be A-okay. So let's see, are they building the stairs? They sure are. Getting that done. Looking nice. I think I'm going to pause this one so they can actually get over to the other side, because I'm just going to go ahead and put these in here just so we don't have to worry about it later. Just in case. So we'll come back and unpause those in a second. I just want to make sure, yep, they replanted all the oaks. Most of the pines. We'll let them plant a couple more, and then we'll have this guy go do something else, because we really can't afford to just have somebody sitting in the forester all day. I mean, everything else seems to be doing pretty well, all things considered. The amount of water in our water dumps is looking sufficient. I did see a comment saying that this could have been rotated around and would have gotten some more crops by not having the paths here. Yeah, but I wasn't thinking, so I did it this way. It's not going to be here like this forever, don't worry. We'll rebuild most of this once I have dynamite and can actually build the water dumps appropriately, 3 deep with a, what do you call this thing? Stream gauge? Yeah. 3 deep with a stream gauge on the bottom, in preparation for our automated stuff that we can do when we get that mod back. You never really appreciate just how good the mods are until you don't have them anymore. I'm going to go ahead and turn this water pump back on, because now 2 days left. It's not going to kill us if we have all this water pumped out, so we'll let them do that, because we also need to make sure we don't enter the temperate season with empty tanks, because, well, the temperate seasons just aren't long enough in this version of the game with our hard mode, and that turns into problems very quickly. So this guy should, he might actually end up being a lower priority. Yep, that's what they're doing. I think we can get rid of that now. Yeah, that's looking fine there. Put in levees here, and then dams on top. That'll hold a lot more water. Could we have expanded this a little bit out to the side? Yes, but that's just more surface area for water to evaporate, and this is all going to pretty much be full anyway. At least that's the idea I have as soon as I finish damming everything up here. It's a process, folks. It just takes a very long time, especially on hard mode, where the temperate seasons can be only 8 days long, maybe even a little shorter. I think we had one that was 6 already, which is a little bit of a drag. So we'll get that guy out of there again. 17 adults, that's looking promising. Oh good, we're about to get another 2 little beaver babies. Love to see that. Now, are they going to build this one? So I think this is actually the exact perfect height I wanted it to be in the first place. Yeah, so that's all done. What should I do? I guess I should do that one first. Yeah, we'll do that. I think they should be able to build this top one while standing at the top of the stairs. I'm not entirely sure. We'll find out. Of course, now we have no power because there's no water flow, not even the glitch. That's okay, because the drought is just about over. We'll be entering cycle 8. And just on cue. How about that? Timing could not have been better. So here comes all that water to fix all our problems. Hopefully these guys can get that taken care of as well. I'm going to put in... I guess I should just do these paths here. Maybe I should come down the other way too. Yeah, that's probably a little bit faster to do that way here. Gonna have to get down one way or the other. Of course, all this will be flooded. Yeah, see how fast this water comes out here? So as soon as this is dammed up, that's going to be extremely helpful to stop it from escaping out the other side of the map. Because look how fast this is coming in here. And now it can't come out this way, which is very, very nice. It's going to help massively. And of course, this area too, being a little deeper, will hurt absolutely nobody. I wish I could turn these pumps back on, but we're not going to be able to quite yet. Alright, they got that taken care of. We'll unpause this guy. Hopefully they can finish those two, and then we'll be good over here for quite some time. They're just about ready to finish up this area. Yeah, that's looking good. Looking very good. I do want to do a big dam here, but that is a large construction project that is going to require us to have a lot more beavers. As I believe I mentioned in a comment on episode 2. That would be the eventual plan, is to have this completely bricked up all the way here, and then put the floodgates on the top, or we wait until we have our water extension mod, or whatever the mod is that allows the metal floodgates, and just put some 7 or 8 tall floodgates here, with the ultimate idea of holding back a bunch of water up here and releasing it slowly over droughts, so we can keep our water wheels spinning. Yeah, so look how nicely this is filling up, and it would be super nice if this was already dammed up, ready to go. Okay, good. They can actually build this one, so that's going to be very nice. I think we'll leave these stairs here just in case I want to build any higher, but for right now, that's all done. It's a very good fix there. There's probably a couple of you saying, hey, why haven't you built any more water tanks? Well, the idea is to have this be a pumpable reservoir during droughts, so you theoretically don't need to store any more water if it's already here for your usage purposes. We just have to be able to get our beavers down here is the problem. It's a very long way away. But I think they can get down here prior to the drought coming in. We'll see. Even having just 2 levels of this would be better than nothing, because that means we could pump some of this out. Plus we also have this now that we can pump, because we can't plant anything in here. I just hope that our source blocks can keep up with everything. So we're actually kind of overgrowing right now in terms of our crops, because, well, we don't have enough beavers to consume stuff. So I'm reluctant to modify too much of that, because we are eventually going to need it. I think we can just kind of leave most of that alone for right now. Our fermenters are already full of fermented soybeans anyway, because we don't have any more storage. We're completely full up. So all of these are just going to kind of be deprioritized a little bit, because we just frankly don't need them. We have much better things we can have our beavers focus on, like building giant dams. Actually, which ones of these are they building first? This middle one? Okay, no, this one on the side. Alright, that's fine. We should be able to do that, no problem. Yep, there we go. Start of day 8 once again. It's going to be our problem child here. Yeah, the other bad thing is this is just so much to build to get over here. It just causes problems for us. But fortunately, I don't think this is going to flood enough for that to be an issue this drought. It might be next time around, which would give us additional time to take care of it, which would be nice. For right now, we're just trying to get as much water stored up here as we can in order to allow for a little bit of pumping. Just have to kind of be careful, because we are starting to get pretty far away from our district center, and we don't want beavers to be spending a ton of time down here. We do want the water to be accessible though, which is why I wanted this to be as high as possible. So this whole area would just be completely filled. We could just pump from part of it as long as it's deep enough, then we'll be fine. The bad thing is I still want to have these beavers working as builders, so I don't want to put them back in these deep water pumps. So I'm taking the gamble that I'll still be able to pump most of this water out when the time actually comes to take advantage of that. But I think we'll be fine. I will put a platform here and then another deep water pump, because we will use these eventually. I'm going to pause these for right now, because we have other things that are a little bit more important to be building, like this big dam right here. They can't build this one, huh? Alright, well, in that case, we're going to have to... that needs to be higher anyway, so maybe we just want to put in a double high right here. And figure out how to actually get beavers into it. That's always the fun part of this stuff anyway. Very wasteful of materials. Actually, no, we'll just have that go straight up there. Because I do want this to be higher. Would be very nice. But that's going to take some time we don't have. Yeah, they aren't going to be able to get to this guy because this guy's in the way. So I wonder what they're going to focus on next as far as pathing is concerned. I guess it's going to have to be these platforms. Yep, and that's exactly what they're doing. But the drought is just about here, so it's really not going to end up mattering very much. We did get a little bit stored up, though, which is nice. And we do have all of this, so that is fantastic. We just have to be able to pump it, which is kind of a problem. But it won't be that big of a deal. Got that guy. I guess we'll just build the one for now. I know this is very, very disjointed, but we will make use of this stuff, don't you worry. Probably now should have them focus on these, because this is how we're going to be pumping most of our water. I'm going to turn off our pumps here, just for right now. And we're going to have them pump out of here, since this doesn't affect our mangroves, and lower out of here. And there's not a ton of water stored up here, but there is enough for us to get a decent bit out, assuming they can actually finish this, or there's any sort of other problems here. It's just a shame that we didn't completely close this off, because the rest of this water is going to very slowly flow out that hole. And it might even happen before we get this deep water pump built, which would be definitely annoying. Alright, someone get in here immediately. What do you mean this isn't connected? Oh, duh, because of the stairs. Alright, get in here and pump some water right now before this all goes away. Alright, well, we got 1 unit, 2 units, 3 units, 4. Alright, so we got some water out of it. I guess that's worth something. And it's gone. So we can pause that. That was anticlimactic. But good news is, by the time the next temperate season comes around, this should be all finished. And we won't have to worry about it. It's just a shame we couldn't get it done a little bit faster. But now that that is a thing, we can unpause that guy and get them started working on that. And then, yes, put another piece of path here so they can get into whatever it is they need to do over here. And we're going to be descending all the way down to the bottom of this little, I guess it's not really a canyon per se, but we are going to get this whole thing all finished up. I think we'll just go right across the way here. all the way up to there. I don't think we're going to have to worry about it flooding and overtopping anything. If we keep it at about... It actually needs to be 2 levels lower than that, so that's fine. Alright, that should work okay. Which means we actually should... Oh man, if I had it higher... Higher, it would probably, I could probably just build it by coming up here. Instead of having to worry about other stuff. Or I could just move it. Tell you what, they're not coming over here anytime soon anyway, so let's just take this out. And we'll move it a couple of squares closer so they can take advantage of this space. And I think the height that I was going for was going to be here. Yeah, so we'll just have this be... Make sure I'm in the right spot. We'll just put that right there, and then we don't need to worry about having all these stairs to come down here. We just have to put one over here. Yeah, that'll work just fine. It's going to take them 800 years to get over there anyway. But if that can get finished before the next time we have to actually worry about it flooding, then this area is going to be pretty much perfect. It's going to fill up nicely with water, and we won't have to worry about water supply for a very long time, which would be nice since we're getting more and more beavers every single day. Well, our food situation is still looking incredibly good. Our fermented cassavas are not because... Oh. Well, that shouldn't matter because we have... I guess we don't have a ton growing. Is that what the... okay, they just harvested a bunch. That's all it is. All right, this is about to run dry, I think. Should be very... Yep. Alright, so we can pause these now. I do wish there was a way in that water mod to automatically pause pumps when they get dry. Okay. Are these, yep, dried out and died because I didn't have this filled up. Man, I want my automated water stuff back. Oh, that was so convenient. Got spoiled by it. So now they can replant all this dead stuff here. Probably a good idea now to fill that up a little bit. Again, I wish I could automate this just so bad. That would be very convenient. Let's add that power wheel back in because we're not going to get power out of this guy for too much longer. Now, yes, I see the water supply is going down. I'm going to unpause those 2 pumps and we will begin pumping out of that. We just need to make sure that we're taking care of everything else. And I think for right now, both of our water dumps are going to be fine, even if this runs completely dry. So we should be a-okay. Now, regarding this area, yeah, we're still, now we're waiting on planks. And why have we not made planks? Is that nobody's in here? No, we got somebody in here. We got a lot of gears. We're maxed out on gears, though, which is fine. And I think we have... Yeah, I've got enough to put in a medium tank, or research at least. I'm just trying to think if that's going to be worth it right now, or if I should spend those science points on something else. But there's really not much else we can spend it on, realistically. So I think we'll just go ahead and unlock the medium tank. You have enough gears to make 2 of them. We don't have enough planks. So I'm actually going to pause the gear workshop so we won't waste any more planks making gears. And we're going to put in... Find a good spot first for a tank that all of our beavers can access. I kind of want to keep that open for another barracks. We're going to need it pretty soon. We got right here, but that's going to be built on for industrial purposes. So I suppose the best spot would be maybe just right here. Just take this lumberjack flag out and move it somewhere else, because those are very easy to put somewhere else. Yeah, let's put that right there. But I'm going to pause construction on it because we do need the planks for other stuff. But soon we'll be able to do that. Now, about that other lumberjack flag. We might actually not need a second lumberjack flag, but just in case, I'll put this guy right here in this little intersection. That'll work out just fine. Okay, we're waiting on 4 more planks for these stairs, and then we'll be able to finish all of this, hopefully soon. Would be very nice indeed. I actually think this needs to be a level higher. That was a miscalculation. Well, what can I say? Nobody's perfect. We'll just have to increase our height over here and figure out how we're going to make that happen. Not like this is going to fill up that height anyway. We'll see. Bring us the planks. Why are we not making planks? This thing's going constantly. It's just a little slow, I suppose. Okay, yeah, they're just immediately removing to go somewhere else. Understandable. All right, so we're looking okay. Got 2 days left. We got 25 adult beavers now. That's exciting. That is very exciting. We also have 11 homeless beavers. We have 427 logs. All right, hey, we're doing pretty well. As promised, I'm going to put that other barracks right here. Give our beavers somewhere to sleep. And that should automatically already be full. We'll have to put another one in pretty soon. But we'll get there in due time. I'm very invested in getting this complete. I don't know why we still don't have planks over here despite having planks. So where are they? I know they're not putting it in there. Oh, they're still building staircases over here. They're doing this first? Really? Now that's interesting. So I didn't think they'd be able to get... Oh, they're going diagonal, huh? Well, that's interesting. Huh. Okay, well, I'm gonna lower prioritize those because we need our planks over here. So the water is almost back, and I'd rather have this finished or I have that finished. Let's just super prioritize these stairs because we do just have the 1 day. Man, they are just going to town on this one. I didn't think they'd go after it that much. So that is... I guess I did place it sooner, maybe? I don't know. Definitely lower priority all of that stuff. Yeah. Take that down here. We need this so much more than we need the other stuff. We've got 0.4 days left, man. I'll tell you what. After the 49-day droughts, this is much more tolerable in terms of drought length. I'll say that. Even if our water storage isn't really up to par or up to much of anything. Look, we have extra beavers. So we'll be able to have everybody pumping away, working happily in the district center. We might even be able to have a hauling post. We'll see. At any rate, I am going to go ahead and turn on... That's not a pump, that's a tree. Turn on those, have them get to work with that. And we should be able to replenish our supply of water pretty fast. Just need to make sure they're actually getting this done. Looks like they are. Good. Love to see that. And then this won't fill up for a little while until this starts overtopping everything. So we've got a little bit of time. Looking nice. Once this one tree is gone, then we can get rid of this guy. Look how fast this water comes in. It just zooms up this way. Very, very quickly. Yeah, I love seeing that. That is long-term security, folks. Having that much water come in all the way over here. That is nice. I'm going to unpause those two as well. So now we have the actual beavers to do it. Yeah, looking nice, looking nice. Still don't have enough enough science to unlock the scavenger flag. That might be a very end of this episode thing if we can get somebody in our inventor reliably, which it seems like we do. We have that available to us. We actually don't need anyone in this power wheel, so I'm going to pause that. I think everything else is occupied, looking fine. Farming is looking okay. Right now we just need to make sure all the stuff gets built, so I probably should have built another builder's hut, in all honesty. But now I think it's about time for us to finish these stairs up. Once they get this taken care of. They got a whole nother level of levees to build. But I will take this off of the do not build list. Because now this is pretty much equal importance. And the water is starting to go over there. Which means we're going to want to get it trapped in here. Not immediately. Like, we'll be okay. It's still only day 3. But this won't get any deeper until this is built. So let's see. We're going to have anybody coming over here? Or maybe I just need to make those the maximum priority, huh? That's probably what needs to happen. Get these guys coming over here with their logs. Oh, somebody's zooming. Why are you going so fast, man? Okay, you got that upgrade speed from well-being 10. Okay, well-being 15 goes to 40. I never actually paid attention to that. Okay, here comes somebody. Here comes the big boss with planks. Yeah, build that thing. There you go. These should be quick. The levees, since we have all these logs here anyway, I think that's going to be just fine. Now that this is getting higher, that's going to be nice. We're still not going to get high enough to fill this channel until we, wow, really? Already? Start of day 7, huh? It has to get up another level before we can back flood this entire area. But this is a fantastic start, folks. We are really, really getting there. I'm going to unpause construction on this medium tank because we have some of the planks stored up already. We'll get this all finished up. Yeah, look at all this other green space now. We can actually use this. Not that we need more food. We absolutely do not. But we're finally hitting our stride in terms of conquering the droughts. I'm not going to say once and for all because they do get a little longer. But hey, we survived 49-day droughts in the other playthrough, so this is pretty much child's play at this point. I fully expect that quote to be exploited if and when I kill all of my beavers through starvation or dying of thirst, so have at it. Oh man, now I need another barracks. Should I? Oh, 400 science? No. I was about to say I can research and have these both be large, but I don't have that kind of science yet. I do, however, almost have enough to unlock the scavenger flag, which we'll get to hopefully soon. Get this last levee built, and then that will allow a lot more of this area to be flooded, and we will take full advantage of it. All right, and that's looking good too. Yeah, we're doing great. Big improvements here. Absolutely love to see it. Just need 2 more logs. This will be taken care of, and now I think we have enough extra resources to try and focus on a little bit more of the well-being side of things. I don't want to spend science points, but we can add fun stuff. Like some rooftop terraces, possibly, if I can find a good spot for those. I was trying to keep this open for industrial purposes, but I don't know that we absolutely need that right now. So why don't we... Yeah, put something right about there. Put our little staircase. Yeah, see, look at all this water coming up. I love to see it. Actually, we need to dam this up too. We haven't gotten there quite yet. And we probably won't, considering this drought is only 0.7 days away. But look at all this extra water we're going to have over here. That is fantastic. just as soon as they finish this. And they finished it. Cool. And we did very well to build this extra level over here while we had the opportunity to, because, well, this isn't going to fill up to overflowing now, but it will soon. And that is going to be a great problem to have once we get there. But look at all this water. We are never going to want for water again. And now this thing's flooded, which is normally a bad thing, but all that means is as the water evaporates, we can just keep on pumping out of it, which I guess is good, but also not great because we don't have any pumps that can actually pump out of this now that this is flooded. So what we're going to want to do is actually, I think, do I want to put one over here, or do I just want to relocate something up to this area? Because without dynamite, I can't really terraform the way I'd want. I'd want to cut channels coming all the way down here so the water would evenly flow. And this is going to be underwater eventually too, so I kind of don't want to deal with that. So maybe we just, I know, I'm building a ton of these things, huh? Maybe we'll just put one right here. Yeah, get this thing built ASAP. We can pump out of this for a little bit, and then that will get the water low enough to where we can activate this guy. But hey, we're looking good. I actually didn't select water, which was a dumb mistake, but that is fixed now. It's not going to cause us any problems whatsoever. Everything's looking great. We just have some homeless beavers we want to take care of, but we can go ahead and get our scavenger flag and get started harvesting some metal. Get those two situated there. And then I'm going to put in some small industrial piles right here. Set those for scrap metal. And then I think I'll, is it the right time to put in a, oh, they redid this. That's right. I have to get used to it. A hauling post? I think it might be. Might be about time. So we'll put this right here in the center of town. Pre-staff it. I think four workers is probably fine. Yeah, now this is dried up. Pause that guy. Someone can come in here. Yes, we're looking great, friends. Stuff is progressing quite nicely. No complaints. Well, not for right now, at least. What I am going to start doing is planning for this area right here to eventually be expanded upon to give us another level right there. We'll need to come over here to get this all taken care of. I'm not going to come all the way down here to fill it up from the bottom of the map. I'm just going to kind of block it off. Maybe, say, right here, since that is still accessible from our current area that we have access to. That should be fine. Give those guys something to do. Then we'll do that. That'll take care of that whole side. And then we have to worry about over here. Look at all the... Man, we have so many problems to deal with here. What a life, huh? If you're these beavers, all you do is just run around and build levees everywhere and then go plug a different hole somewhere else whenever there's a need for more. Look at, we still have all this food, and I haven't done any upgrades to food at all today. None whatsoever. Yeah, we did really well with our food stuff. And as far as water is concerned, we should be okay for the time being. I'm going to build another couple of those water reservoirs. We'll just put two small ones here, so we have some a little closer to this side. And we are gathering scrap metal, I trust. Yep, looks like it. And this is already progressing nicely. Good to see that. Yeah, we're doing great. No complaints. No notes. Although I am going to go ahead and pause those two, because that's going to cause some problems if this gets completely dry. But it's nice to see that. I'm going to unpause the power wheel because we can use that power in the wheel. That's why they call it a power wheel. I'm not so worried about this being too high quite yet. But I do suppose we could go ahead and, first of all, be able to see things. Yeah, let's put in another thing right here. That should theoretically allow us to get up there. I hope. We'll see. If not, I know how to fix that. Alright, that's looking nice. This is just about done, so that should protect us when this starts to become an issue here. Oh, I probably should have built this another 2 blocks back, huh? Because then I could have had blocked off even higher. But I can't get that high anyway because then it's just going to flood everything that's already here. So maybe we don't want that. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. It's going to flood places we don't want flooded. So I think... hold on, let's pause for a second. Maybe we don't want this to be any more flooded than it currently is. So this is just 1 block up. Yeah, you know what? Now, right now, until we have levees elsewhere, we really don't want this. In fact, one might even say we should probably put in the spillways, the dam pieces here. Because if it gets any higher than that, it's going to be a bad time. I don't think it's going to be a problem, especially because we have this open over here. So we'll save our beavers the grief of having to do all that stuff. We'll just have all the water flow out this side until we can, actually capture enough of it or move our stuff upstream. But this should be plenty of water. All we have to do is just to get access to dynamite and make some little drainage canals to make sure everything gets to where it needs to go. Probably deepen this a little bit. And then put some around the edge here. Make sure we can actually get at all of the water. But yeah, we're looking great. This is a very, very good episode. I actually was kind of worried about the water situation, but I think we're going to be just fine. Now, this is dry. Actually, no, we're looking good. I don't have any complaints. We have extra beavers, so I'm not worried about these being, well, having nothing to do. That's fine. I think we probably should have another inventor hut, actually, or a couple of those, so we can get some more science since we have so many extra beavers. We have our scrap metal storage there. Smelters, 300 science, alright. Now, if we could only have more water flow outside of that, we'd be okay. The engine can't happen until I have 400 science points, and I have metal blocks, so that's not really a solution quite yet. So now I'm trying to think. Because I have enough to run a metal smelter if these are rotating. I don't have enough science to research it anyway, so I guess the logical solution is, in fact, to put in a couple of inventors. Which we'll go ahead and do right there. Actually, I'll put in 3 of them, because that's how many extra beavers we currently have. That seems to be doing just fine. Yeah, that's looking good, looking good. In terms of production, again, food is completely under control for right now. We can't get into our hydroponics or anything until we have metal anyway, so we don't need to worry about that. I guess we could have some more going on with the planks, so I guess I could put the put the second beaver back in there, as well as in our farms again. And that gets us about where we need to be. Everything is spinning away. We're generating science. And we are looking nice. Looking very nice. So now the question becomes, do we dam this up or do we just put in a couple of the, well, I guess damming it up and having these things would be pretty much the same. So I'm just going to put in those 3 right there. They can't get over there yet. I have to decide how exactly we're going to get across, because it is kind of a long distance. This is too high here. So if we did right here, can actually have this whole thing be pretty much good to go. I don't want to build any higher than that. That would be a nice fail-safe for us here. Alright, so we'll do that, and then I can have this. I don't want to connect to that one. I guess we'll just have to have this follow our space right here. Is this needlessly complex? Yeah, probably. I don't think we need to get rid of these, but I will build alongside them for now. I'm just so glad I don't have to worry about district centers right now. What a pain. What an absolute pain. But that's going to get us where we want to go. I do wish it would tell us distances. All I know is just completely red. I do like the heat map of distance, though. That's cool. That is very cool. So if we can get this taken care of, and then this dam put in, then I think that is going to be a very nice way to finish off today's episode. That should let most of our water go out that side, and we'll be all good to go. And we're getting science. Even more science. So now we can think about unlocking some more of this well-being stuff like showers, medical beds, shrines, but I don't want to spend all these points just yet. We got a couple other things to take care of first. Look at that, we still have almost 500 water stored at the end of the drought. That's nice. That's something that's only possible because we have all this other water here that we've been pumping out. Look at them go. They don't have to go through district center borders or anything. I love it. I absolutely love it. That is fantastic. Alright, and here comes the water again. And we seem to have reached kind of an equilibrium at about 40-ish beavers. We've got our homeless beavers. Got to find a spot to put another barrack for them. I do wish I could just have these large ones, but I'm not going to use 400 right now. 400 science when I could just as easily come over here and, you know, do... Oh, I can't. This is only 6 wide. I was about to say I could just put 3 of these next to each other, but no. That is not how this works. I can, however... Oh, I don't want to double stack these. But if we come over to aesthetics... it's not worth the 150 science right now for that big roof, but that would be a very nice thing to have. A monument... Oh, that's way too much. I've forgotten how much science those things actually cost. Look at them go. Look at them go. We're going to get this done before the end of this episode. We'll probably go all the way to the beginning of the next drought. Just to put that out there for me to remember that I said. Yeah, this is looking good. We're about to have a ton of water come in here. That is very nice. What a difference, huh? Just a little bit of building go a very, very long way. And this should be nice and full by the end of this cycle here, especially because we retained so much of it. Now, if they can have these dams done before the water actually gets there, that would be even more impressive. They got a long way to go to get over here. That is a hike. That is an absolute trek to get over there. Now, let's see. In terms of other stuff we can fix, since we're already here, I guess the main problem is not having the means... Oh, excuse me, not having the means to refine metal. Which we can. We just researched the smelter. So I think... Oh, we got bushes here we got to get rid of. Or I could just... no, never mind. We do have bushes in the way, so I'm going to get rid of those 5 bushes. It's not going to be that big of a deal to lose those. And Oh, I guess I'll have to do something like this, huh? It's probably not ideal. But I could do that. I could do this. That might actually be a better solution in all honesty. I don't know, I kind of pigeonholed myself here. Not thinking about stuff too well. Of course, these guys are not going to come demolish this yet. Come on. At least get these 3 removed. Please. Hey, somebody heard me. Alright. I'll put that guy right there. He's going to suck up a ton of power, so it's going to become very quickly a negative power situation here. So our demand is currently 100. This bad boy is going to add 200 to that. So I think if we aren't careful, we're going to find ourselves not optimally powering everything. Yep, another short cycle. So it's a good thing our storage of water is pretty much already full. That could have gone much worse. But the good news is, this is just about done. And I think they're should be pretty close to finishing that, which is going to provide a lot more water. They still haven't gotten rid of this guy. So let's give them a little bit of a help there. Somebody come grab this thing. Anybody? Anybody? I guess they're all busy. That's fine. We'll just wait patiently. Like this guy, who has nothing better to do, apparently. Alright. Yes. Planks, gears, and scrap metal. We have all the gears, actually, surprisingly. And all the planks and all the scrap metal. So all they have to do is just build this thing. Alright, folks, get it done. They're just waiting on 2 logs. Looks like they have it now, and someone else has to come all the way over here just to finish construction. But that's fine. We have just about 2 days left. And our water theoretically should not get high enough to flood anything. Which, of course, means that it will. And we'll have to figure that out when we get there. We can always just delete one of these blocks, and that should help solve that problem. Yeah, but see, look, this is getting deeper now, and it is flooding out of the side of the map. But that's fine. We're not over here. We're not worried about it yet. Is this finished? It sure is. So now this should continue rising, and it is. We just have the one flooded building, right? This one? Yeah. Cool. That is looking just fine. We have our science taken care of. We have our smelters almost done, which is exciting. We'll go ahead and put in a small warehouse right here just for metal, even though we don't... I did it again. It's just so confusing what goes in an industrial pile versus a warehouse. I can never seem to get it right. But we'll put the metal blocks there. We won't need too many to start out with, and that is going to be just fine for now. But once we have that taken care of, that's going to be good. And we'll be able to start building and researching other stuff, like, for example, the hydroponic garden, which takes 240 hours to make stuff, as someone pointed out in the comments, much to my extreme disappointment. But, having that up and running would probably not be a bad thing. That does sound like something for next episode. 240 hours. Well, really, that's only 10 days if you're working all 24 hours in a day, which you can't make your beavers do because they'll just die. So really, it's closer to like 15 days-ish, the way we currently have stuff set up. So that's going to be a little bit long to get stuff going, but like I said, we are going to get into that next episode. This is just about finished. We'll wait for that to get started. Like 17 days, 17-day drought. But hey, we are looking great here. Look at all this water we have. We were doing fantastic. And unpause this. Get these guys all ready to go. Everything is looking good. So yeah, that is a very, very successful episode. Very proud of the progress we made here. And we probably won't have any more water on the map for quite some time until I'm able to levee around this entire lake. which is going to take a very, very long time. But yeah, that is, for all intents and purposes right now, our water problem completely solved. Now we just have to focus on, you know, actually playing the game and getting through all the technology stuff. But look, we have our smelter ready to go, and it is very slowly in the process of taking care of the rest of that. We have 500 science to do fun stuff with, which we could research our engine now, except we would need 20 metal blocks to actually build one. So we might not do that exactly right now. Plus, this is not going to be a very industrialized area. I just built this here because that's where the power was. Now that the water is not flowing anymore, Gamgee over here is going to be really, really working his butt off to make sure we can have anything get accomplished here. So we're going to figure out some other solutions to that next time around. Probably put in a couple of power wheels, since we do have technically some extra beaver power, and we'll take care of that. But yeah, good stuff. I know I said it a whole lot, but I'm really, really happy that we were able to get this water situation under control in just one episode and have access to all of this fantastic storage here in this basin. The map is set up actually really well for this kind of a challenge to make it easier for us to collect a lot of water, so that is excellent. Again, the food issue is completely fine and probably will be for quite some time. We can probably put in a couple more of these breeding pods and see our population get a little bit higher, closer to 50, but we don't even have enough space for these guys to sleep right now. So we'll fix that next time. We'll fix the power issues next time. We'll fix all sorts of other stuff, and we're going to finally be able to get somewhere where we have all sorts of fun stuff happening. I'm just really excited for it. I'm glad you're here. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch these videos and just interact in the comments as you always do. So if you have any comments, questions, concerns, just want to say hi, or anything at all on your mind, feel free to drop a comment below. I do read every single one. Can't always respond, but I do appreciate you for taking the time to comment. Even if you don't comment, I'm just glad you're here. Glad to have you. Hope whatever you're doing with the rest of your day, you have a fun and a safe time, and we'll look forward to seeing you again in the next video. Timberborn is going to be coming back on Tuesday. Of course, Monday we'll be back in our Ostrov town. All sorts of good stuff there. And then later on in the week, hoping to get into some other fun stuff. We've had a couple of games we played in the past that have gotten some updates. So we'll see if we go back to any of those or try something completely new. I'm not entirely sure, but I know I want you here with me to do all of that fun stuff back again every single day until I either drop dead or you guys ask me to stop uploading videos every day. But we're here, we're having a good time, and can't wait for more of it. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.